Hello everyone, this is Yael from Yael Alchemy, and I'm here with the message of the Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine for the week of November 28th to December 4. First of all, if it's your first time to visit the channel, thank you for dropping by. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And thank you also for all your heartfelt messages last week. I really, truly appreciate them. And for all those who have gotten readings from me and Reiki sessions, thank you for all your validation and confirmation that I was able to be of assistance to you. And for those who are guided to seek my assistance and help in their twin flame journey, don't hesitate to get in touch. Okay? Anyway, let's start with the reading for the divine. This is a reading for the message of the divine feminine to their divine masculine for the upcoming week. First card we have is the Devil. And this is telling me that the divine feminine, I wouldn't go so far as saying that they've been under a dark spell or anything like that, but this is explaining the state that they've recently been in, wherein they were they entertained lower vibrating energies, lower frequencies, which triggered, worldly things such as ego, insecurity, falling back on addictions. And I suppose it had to do with the recent holidays, Thanksgiving, and upcoming Christmas holidays, because usually when the holidays come around, especially when you're in separation from your twin, that sense of insecurity gets heightened. The lows get magnified. And so this card is telling the divine masculine that, see there, she has been trying to manipulate the energy surrounding her, the people around her, just to ease her insecurities, her loneliness, or probably she's turned to things she thought she was over. It's sort of like a setback. It's a temporary, momentary setback. But I suppose this will be explained in the other cards, which we'll just have to see. And this comes to me, I haven't opened the other cards yet, but at the bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card. Below that is the Lovers. So this is coming across to me as sort of an apology of the divine feminine to the divine masculine for her recent behavior. Whether that behavior is actually known to your twin, or he doesn't know about it yet. But in some way, there has been a manifestation of some sort of destructive behavior. Not very helpful in the journey. And we have to be reminded that this reading is for the collective, okay? And recently there has been some drama in some of the twin flame groups that I won't expound on. If you're curious enough to research, you can go on ahead. But I would advise against it because all it does is lower your vibration, your energy. And, if you're already at that stage, the stage in your journey wherein you've managed to raise your vibrations, then that doesn't help. But anyway, it's also good to know what's going on. And this is saying that a lot of it was born out of ego, insecurity, and the desire to be, how do you say it? Well, it falls back to ego. The desire to be praised for something, to be, on top, number one. Okay, we have the next card. And the next card is the Queen of Wands. And the Divine Feminine is reassuring the Divine Masculine that she's going to get back into her own power. She's not going to give it away to all these lower vibrating energies, actions, thoughts. Because the Queen of Wands, she's very smart, directed. It's a directed passion. Okay? It's strength in fire. So it's saying that whatever she did, she's getting control of it. She knows what that's all about. And she's now directing her passions into something that's actually constructive. Something that'll help. And here, we have the Eight of Wands. And in this depiction of the Eight of Wands, you can see Eight of Wands usually suggests fast messages, exchanges through the internet, social media. But these are messages from above. They're enlightened messages coming down to the feminine, helping her regain balance, coming back into her power, reminding her what this journey is all about as a divine feminine. And if you find support with other divine feminine twin flames, you will see they'll get you right back into your element. They're going to help you. And that's a benefit if you're in a group. But the thing is, if you are in a group, you're going to have to filter out all those messages that actually help and those messages that don't. So you can't just go in there and be like a sponge and soak up everything. You have to use your own discernment on what you will allow to let into your energy and what you will keep out. And that's a message of spirit. There are plenty of messages. There are plenty of messages from the heaven regarding our goal, how to get to it. But sometimes, you can see in this card, these messages, they pass through dark nimbus clouds where the sun doesn't shine anymore. You can see the darkness there. And sometimes you can see all the light here in all these wands. They're above those clouds. And sometimes the message gets, I wouldn't say mixed up, but distorted once they pass through those dark energies. So again, secure your aura, your energy field, ask protection from Archangel Michael and Archea Faith and their legions of light, so that the messages that you get through don't get filtered from this don't pass through these dark energy clouds, energetic clouds. Make sure you get them, pure, concentrated, direct from source. Okay? Next we have the Magician. And we see the evolution for the coming week for the Divine Feminine. And this is sort of reassuring the Divine Masculine that she is doing all that she can to transform, to use the tools in her arsenal to transform the situation. So for Divine Masculines, know that your Divine Feminine is doing a lot of work to help energetically shift the situation for your impending union. And the Magician implies that you're already a master of all the elements. There's water, which represents emotion, fire, passion, earth, tangible resources, and swords, which is thought. And the Magician, he has all of them already. He knows how to manipulate the energy. And this is what your Divine Feminine is doing, to help you, to assist you, and also to help herself. To help herself get over this. And the last card we have, here we have the Wands. And here we see Seven of Wands. You see a man guarding the doorway, and there's Seven of Wands. So it's like a defensive position. It's saying that the Divine Feminine is continually guarding and protecting your union from other influences, other energetic influences. This comes across as a promise. Yeah, an apology and a promise. A promise to make things right. And a promise to guard it, to defend it from those other thoughts, from other schools of thoughts that, instill doubt. There's so many schools of thoughts popping up right now, whether or not this person is your false twin. I don't really believe in false twins. There's your twin, and there's all others. Perhaps they were your soulmates. They were karmic soulmates. But that's just another word for false twin. Anybody else who is not your twin is simply not your twin, regardless of what label you put into it. Okay? So, anyway, and that's after changing her own energy. Because this energy has kind of put the feminine off kilter, off balance. She's been, coasting, very balanced, very even. And then all these thoughts come out, all these insecurities, all these ego power play, whatever. And that's put her off balance. But this week, she's going to get back to to the state that she's supposed to be in, to the energy that she's supposed to be vibrating as a Divine Feminine. Okay, and what's the challenge of the Divine Feminine this week? So this part is for the divine feminine, while this part is a message to her divine masculine, okay? See here, failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So there. It actually validates my feeling that this is more of an apology. You know, an apology for her behavior, her doubt, whatever, however this has manifested. And so, to the divine feminines, if this resonates with you and the devil has reared its ugly head in your life, in whatever shape or form, the challenge is to actually recognize it as a mistake. You know, it's just wrong footing. But it doesn't mean that everything that you've worked hard for will crumble to the ground. Recognize it as a mistake. And then get whatever you can out of it to learn from the situation. Balance it. That's all you have to do. Recognize it for what it was. Make your apologies to those that you've hurt, to those toes you've stepped on, and then move on. We're all in this journey together. And as twins, we have this great capacity for forgiveness and love. Remember, we are the ambassadors of unconditional love. So, this is also to tell you not to be too hard on yourself. People make mistakes. And part of us is decidedly human. So, just pick yourself up and move on. But learn from it. Remember that you've made the mistake, so as not to repeat it again. And the advice for the divine feminines this week is trust. Whether this lapse was born out of insecurity because you didn't trust your masculine, you thought that, hey, he'll never come, he'll never show up, I'm going to be alone for the holidays. And then you do something stupid. The advice for you is to trust, because this is just setting you back. Every time you entertain something that doesn't resonate with your true nature, it sets you back. And the best thing to do right now, because no one can predict how this will play out. Not me, not any other reader, no matter how much they claim. It all depends on divine timing. But divine timing also depends on how much you work on yourself, right? Because it's going to be easier to give you a date for union if both of you have done the work and you're both resonating at a very high energetic level. And this is saying to trust in the journey. Things happen for a reason. If you act out of ego, if you act out of insecurity, this is fear. And it has no place in this journey. You have to get to a level wherein you trust. Trust your divine masculine, that they will learn the lessons they need to learn, that they will come to you when they're ready, that things play out the way they should, because trust is the energy of love. Here we have the angel of love. Fear is its opposite. So just remember that every time you feel you have to go back to this because you're frazzled, you don't know what to do, you're overwhelmed. Everybody else is spending the holidays with their loved ones, their karmics. You have to get out of that energy and switch it around to get into the energy of love and trust. Okay? So that's what I have this week for the divine feminines, and that's their message to the divine masculine. Again, it's more of an apology. Okay, promise to make things right. Make things right for the sake of the union. And whatever was going on with her that caused her to misstep, she's rectifying it. She's learning how to filter the messages that she gets. And she's also learning how to recognize the messages that get filtered through these negative energies. And she's turning that around with the energetic tools that she has. And there is a promise to protect and defend the relationship. And that means keeping her energy and her vibration high. To get into union. Message to the divine feminines. Again, recognize your mistakes for what they are, but don't beat yourself up on it. And then trust. Trust your divine masculines. Trust the process. Trust spirit. Trust source. And trust yourself that you won't make the same mistake again. Okay, this is a reading for the Divine Feminine Collective, so it may not resonate with you. For those who feel called for personal guidance, for personal reading, just get in touch with me. Visit my website or send an email or send a message through my Facebook page. The details are at the end of the video and below. And if you need help in transforming your energy, consider Reiki. When I do Reiki, I incorporate healing codes for it. For whatever you're going through. Whether it is to strengthen your auric field, to bring joy into your life, if you need more unconditional love, just tell me what your situation is and I can find healing codes for you, which I incorporate in my Reiki sessions. And I do this distance healing. I send the healing energy to your guardian angel who gives it to you at the moment that you're most ready to receive them. And it's a beautiful thing. Anyway, that's what I have for you this week. Sending you much love and light and strength. Okay? To stay the course and to not fall back on lower energies. I love you all and take care. Bye.